Hello everyone and welcome back to the ULM Dynasty mode in NCAA 03. We are currently in year... Yeah, that one. And we are coming into the season ranked number 3 in the country, man. Did you think you'd ever see the ULM Indians ranked anywhere in the top 25? We have been for the last few years. We've kind of bounced in and out throughout. But we are number 3 heading into the season, and we're going to get into the season right away because we have high expectations after losing the Fiesta Bowl last year, and we are off to a hot start, picking up a win against San Jose State on the road, and then following up with a blowout over Troy State on the road before losing to Toledo. One of the class of the MAC around this era, man. They're a good team. I thought they'd be easy, but they trip us up, man. We lose by a point. So is our season already completely derailed as we head into New Mexico, our home opener in week number 5? We managed to win here by just 10 points, and then we followed up with another massive blowout over Arkansas State before getting into our mid-season break here that we get with our week 7 bye before we open up more conference play against Middle Tennessee State. A crushing victory over Middle Tennessee State, who isn't even that bad this year. Huge Sunbelt implications potentially as we pick up another big win over New Mexico State before heading into more MAC play against Eastern Michigan, which is another blowout victory. So this offense is just absolutely potent, man. And then again, once again for the Sunbelt potentially against North Texas, and we pick up the win again. So the Sunbelt title is essentially as good as ours, I would say so, unless Idaho or Lafayette is surprisingly good this year, and they're not. So 2-8 is Lafayette as we come out of our Week 13 bye after picking up a win against USF and pick up another humongous win over UL Lafayette. We do not lose our rivalry game, man. I make a point to not lose that rivalry game. And then Idaho coming in with their one lowly win. We add another loss to their tally to send them to 1-11 for what feels like the second or third time in this dynasty we've done that. But there you see another Sun Belt title. I think that's our third or fourth now. We are just racking those things up, man. We are just absolutely racking those things up. So, yeah, I mean, and there you see, look at this. This is the big thing. We lose to Toledo. Our one loss is against Toledo, and their running back won the Heisman. So I guess it's not even a huge thing that we lost because Toledo must be at least somewhat good if they have a Heisman-winning running back. But boom. There it is, a bid to play in the Rose Bowl BCS national title game against TCU of all teams. So maybe this is just the year where, I mean, everything just had to go right for us. Because think about it, bro. They still thought that we were good enough to play for the national title with one loss. ULM with one loss. Our biggest bowl victory is the New Orleans Bowl. And they thought our biggest opportunity, or our best team, we were the best over whoever else, dude. Texas, Purdue, Tennessee, you know, whoever's been playing for this in the last few years, we were somehow better than them. Obviously, TCU, I get it, they're undefeated, so whatever, you know what I mean? But, like, imagine that. A scenario in which TCU and ULM are the two best possible teams to play in the Rose Bowl for the national title. That is just absolutely insanity to me. So we got the opportunity last year to finally play on the main stage here in the Fiesta Bowl, and Virginia Tech really made us pay for it. Like, really kind of embarrassed us, and it wasn't even really much of a game here. I think we tried, but yeah, I mean, just couldn't really get over Virginia Tech. Clearly just two different worlds here, but I'm hoping TCU, not being a Power 5 team, kind of maybe we have a chance here. Maybe we might be a little bit more evenly matched than I think. So, but this is their quarterback, Marshall Parrish here. He's thrown for over 3,600 yards here. That TD to INT split is absolutely venomous, man. 30 touchdowns to 7 picks is glorious. I mean, I would kill for something like that. We normally at least have 10 picks, whoever our quarterback is. So, yeah, but hopefully we can play a little bit better ball here in the Rose Bowl, man. I'm looking to finally get the big one. I want to finally win the big one. We haven't won a bowl game since 2007, the New Orleans Bowl against Memphis. So I'm hoping that we pick one up. But after one quarter of play, absolutely nothing happens. So we cut in here early in the second quarter. TCU is driving, but it is 3rd and 12 at about midfield here. So Parrish is going to drop back, float this one across the middle, and find an open man just surrounded by Indians, but none of them can close the gap on that pass and prevent it from being completed. So it's a huge first down for TCU, but they have another third down that they're facing, 3rd and 10 in our territory. So Parrish again in shotgun formation is going to step up and make a throw here, and it is an absolute dime. Just a dime, bro. Put on a silver platter and just handed hand it to us, or hand it to him, rather. So TCU is finally going to find the end zone here early on in the second quarter, and we need to pick it up, man. We need to see some offense, but we would do nothing for the rest of the quarter here, as we are within the last minute, and TCU, once again, with the football, has an opportunity to add to their lead, as it is another huge pickup for Parrish in this TCU offense. So, with 40 seconds left to go now, Parrish is going to drop back, and another humongous deep ball, and it is caught by the same receiver just caught the previous catch, and it's another TCU touchdown. The Horned Frogs find the end zone twice in the second quarter, and we do absolutely nothing on offense with the football, and so we are staring down the barrel of a 14-0 deficit here in the Rose Bowl. Are we going to get embarrassed on the main stage yet again for the second straight year? Man, I'm getting tired. Finally, we get some offense here with the Indians, or at least we're going to get a look at our first offensive drive that might mean something here. With 30 seconds, we're going to try and run a pretty quick drill here as Manning finds a receiver across the middle as he is brought down on the Rose logo. And 1st and 10 now with just over 20 seconds left to play. And it's another completion. Beautiful spin move, breaking a tackle, and gets brought down in bounds. I absolutely love their yards after the catch, but man, I probably would have preferred if he just went out of bounds. Wasted the time out there, but it's okay. So Manning taking some time to look over his options, and he finds completely wide open a running back in the middle of the field who cuts upfield and gets just about to the goal line, but it's getting brought down short, and the time is going to stop here because of the first down, but we need to move quickly here, 5-4, and we're going to blow a timeout. Jeez. Probably going to try to run a play here and at least get into the end zone if we had the timeout, but hey man, it's AI, it's not me controlling it, so we're going to bring out the kicking unit, and they're going to knock home a field goal and at least cut the lead from 14 down to just 11, so maybe that's a little bit more manageable for this offense here heading into the second half. We at least did something, but TCU here in our territory on 3rd and 10 has another opportunity with the football, and it is a humongous pass again, and it is completed. So that number 983, that's Gray, I guess, because he's got all their production, but he is just absolutely hammering our secondary, man. And that 14-3 lead is going to hold for TCU heading into the fourth quarter, so we need to really wake up here, man, or we are going to lose this Rose Bowl. So on the ground, TCU is going to go with the ball, and it's going to be a first down pickup for the Horned Frogs as they are knocking on our door again. And if they get into the end zone, man, our goose may just be officially cooked. I don't know. So an absolutely horrendous play that falls apart for TCU ends up in a negative gain for them as they head backwards. And there you see their offense, man. It's just been absolutely brutal, just killing it this season. So, but on 3rd and short, we look to hold them to not getting any more yardage. We desperately need to stop here. Parrish is going to roll out and off his back foot the other way, sends this one way out of the end zone. There was nobody home, so TCU is going to have to bring up the kicking unit, and this is going to extend their lead back to 14. So if we can just get into the end zone twice here within this 2 minutes, that seems like an insurmountable task, and it may just be, as Manning's going to go out to the flat on 3rd and 10 and sail this one into the dirt. So yeah, that's how the offense is. But we're going to keep the offense on the field because it is do or die time, man. It's either we get it here or we lose the game. I mean, we're staking it all on 4th and 10, deep in our own territory. Manning's going to go across the middle. Find an open man, he shakes off a tackle. He's got some space to move, and he gets brought down at about the 44-yard line. So, I mean, hey, man, a humongous gamble that pays off, man. Look at that. Just shakes off that hip tackle. And maybe if he had a little bit more speed here, but speed really isn't our strong suit on this roster. We have not, like I said, I think in the last video of the video before, recruiting receivers has not been one of our strong suits. So we still have a pretty weak receiving core. It's not all that fast. So, but we're going to run the hurry up here because we need to get into the end zone quick, and our receiver cannot hold on to the ball. He gets absolutely flattened upon making contact with the ball and cannot hold it in. So 2nd and 10, the clock is going to stop because of that. So we'll have an opportunity to catch our breaths for only a brief second. So 1:25 left to go in the game. Manning's going to get rid of that one quick and finds an open man again. I believe it was the receiver on the last play, and he couldn't hold on to it. So on 3rd and 1 now, there you see Manning's stats, man. Just an absolutely horrendous game for a quarterback. He is choking on the main stage. That's just how it goes, I guess, for us. But on 3rd and 1, he does come up clutch here. So he's finally turning the corner, I guess, late in this game to try and make this game look at least a little bit more respectable. I don't know. But hopefully we can operate here within this last minute. So if we can get to the end zone here in the next play or two, we might be cooking with grease as it's another pickup right along the sideline. A toe drag is going to keep that one in bounds, and that's going to be a humongous pickup for this Indians offense again. So we are in the red zone with an opportunity to strike and at least get this lead down to 7 points, and that one is nearly intercepted. That would have been Manning's second interception of the game. I edited out the first one because it was kind of irrelevant. Nothing came of it, but Turnovers are going to be costly, especially at this point in the game. So now we are under a minute. We have wasted way too much time to get into the end zone here. And now Manning is going to need to do something here to show us that there's some signs of life. And he finds an open receiver again. And that's going to be close to a first down here. So on 3rd and 1, can we just get the rest of what we need in the end zone? And we cannot, as it hits the same dude in the hands again. I think is that McIntyre, I think? Or no, it's Leach, I think. And he cannot haul this one in. He drops another ball. So 4th and 1, we again staking it all on here. We give it off to the running back who runs up the middle, and he gets brought down. Look at that. They already gave player of the game honors to TCU's quarterback. They're already marking this one done. It may as well be done, but we are here working, trying to get into the end zone, and we're going to spike the ball, just wasting it down. We did get the first down on the run, but we didn't get into the end zone. So on 2nd and goal, we're coming out in the split backs. We're going to try and go through the air again, and in the corner of the end zone, we're going to say he had a foot down, so that's going to count for us. And finally, after all this work here, I mean, that was probably, what, dude, like a 12-yard drive, or 12-play drive, excuse me. Gosh, just an absolute mess from every angle. This offense has just been a complete cluster in this game here, just choking it absolutely when it matters. And so this is our last hurrah, the onside kick, and we managed to recover it. So hold on, man. We're using all this defeatist language, man. The game is not over. 37 seconds left. We can get down the field. So on 1st and 10, what are we going to do with this prime opportunity here to tie the ball game? Remember, we are close here. It is very close. So off his back foot, Manning's going to send it to absolutely no one. I think Casper the Friendly Ghost might secretly be a ULM Indian player. I don't know, but he didn't really do much for us there. So on 2nd and 10, Manning stands in the pocket firmly. The pressure gets to him, and he goes for the pump fake. I don't think it was a pump fake. I think he just tried to throw it, and I guess the game just didn't want to give him the animation. I don't know. But 3rd and 16, the clock is taken away. We cannot stop the clock. 20-19. We got to snap it here. Manning's going to drop back. He looks over his options. We got to get into the end zone. Basically, now we're in another play, and that one is going to fall to the ground. We cannot complete the pass. So 4th and 16. This is the end of the game, ladies and germs. This is it right here. If we can't get it, it may be over anyway. And again, another dropped pass from the same receiver. Another dropped pass. And that is just, yeah, that's how you lose these games. And there you have it. Our second loss of the year is probably the biggest loss of our entire coaching tenure as we lose the 2009 Rose Bowl National Championship combo game. TCU and their bright purple unis walking away with the crystal football. I don't know if we'll ever get it, boys. I don't know if we're ever going to get it. So, in the next video, we'll cover all the stats. You know how all that goes, man. I'm depressed now. I don't even want to talk about this anymore, okay? I'll see you guys in the next one, okay? I just can't talk about it.